3 years in the making. Hi guys, it's ALCHEMY. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Oh my gosh, this is a very special video. I have been waiting a long time to do this. If you didn't guess from the title, on the 21st of July 2021, I decided to embark on an adventure and try to collate some information about what are people's favorite perfumes. We're all individual, we all like different things, and I'm a curious Gemini, so I just wanted to know if I put in place a system where I could ask 1,000 people genuinely what their favorite perfume is, I could do a video about the top 10 results. So it's been almost 3 years, like I said, and if you're wondering how I did this, so it comes from a couple of different places. The first one was, if you're a member of my Facebook group, ALCHEMY Smelly Friends, you will have seen, hopefully, or when you joined, you will have noticed that you were asked a question, a membership question. What is your all-time favorite perfume? I know it's really hard, but please try to decide and post. Well, not post, but you answer it as a membership question, which then I can look at in the background. The other one was, I announced it on my channel some time ago, probably around the same time, and I put a Google form out there for people to answer to. Also, I work in the fragrance industry, so I have interpersonally asked people that I've come across that are fragrance addicts, what is your favorite perfume? I have smushed all of them together, and I have my results. The other day, the 1,000th vote came in. I initially bit off more than I could chew. I was gonna do 2,000. I think I was overambitious. It's not wrong to be overambitious, but in terms of how slow or, you know, whatever the process was or the progress of the votes coming in, I thought, gosh, it's gonna be 2054 by the time I get 2,000 votes. I am not the biggest channel in the world. I don't have the biggest following in the world, but I have 1,000 and I'm really excited to share the results with you. Have a think about it. What do you think are gonna be the top 5? Is your favorite gonna be on there? Did you vote? Are you a member of my Facebook group? All of these things, I've been looking at this in the background for almost 3 years. It's been a lot. I will say it's a huge cross-section of people. The people that are in my group and the people that follow me on YouTube are from all over the world. It's pretty much a 50-50 split in terms of male-female as well. But you're gonna see some familiar perfumes on this list, obviously, because they're popular. Just think about which position they might come in. So the last thing I'm going to tell you before I give you the actual results are, weirdly enough, the way it's worked out is the top 5 of this list are all individual. They were clear deciding winners in terms of votes. The bottom half are all tiebreakers. So I'm going to give you from positions 6 to 10, there's going to be multiple perfumes on each level, not many, but because they're tiebreakers, they have to be mentioned, right? So thank you to anyone that voted, anyone that took part in this. I need to take that post down off my group. Quite frankly, I'm sick of seeing it. I just wanted to do this video so badly for so long. So, yeah, let's talk about the results. Oh, one last fact. In total, there were 539 different fragrances that were voted for. But there are some favorites in here by people. How many did you own? How many have you owned? How many do you want to own? Let's go. So in 10th position, it is a tie break between 6 perfumes. I'm not going to talk about them in review style. I'm just going to list them, otherwise we'll be here all day. So number 1 is Yves Saint Laurent Opium Eau de Parfum version. I was very specific in the results that I wanted, and I asked people, if you like the Eau de Toilette more or the extrait version or a flanker, please tell me specifically which one it is that you like. Yves Saint Laurent Opium Eau de Parfum is one of the number 10 positions winning vote thing, along with 5 others, which I'm going to tell you now. The next one, surprisingly, is Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille I thought this would be much, much higher. What do you think about that? I thought it would be way higher in the list. Turns out it's not. The next one was very surprising as well. It's Prada's Infusion de Riz. Very beautiful perfume, pastel, gorgeous, iris, and apparently very popular among a lot of people. So yeah, that one too. The next one also really surprised me at how low it was on the list. I mean, in terms of everything else, it beat a lot of other things, but it is La Vie Belle by Lancôme. I know that this is one of the probably best-selling perfumes ever. I mean, the popularity of this thing is crazy. My mum owns this one. I just thought it would be higher, but it is in the 10th position as a tiebreaker with all of these other ones. The next one is June by Christian Dior, a beloved of mine. I have the vintage up here, or do I? I think I might have finished it recently, actually. Such an amazing perfume, also made by Dominique Ropillon, who made La Vie Belle, by the way. Dior June, amazing aldehydic, woody, gorgeous, citrusy perfume. Oh, you cannot beat it. Well, you can beat it, but it's just great. So I'm happy that it's on the list, because a lot of these things on this list I have owned and loved, so yeah. And the last one in the 10th position in tiebreaker is a beloved perfume of mine. It is Red Cap by Dolce & Gabbana, or it's just called Dolce & Gabbana. It's their original fragrance for women. If you don't know what it is, then you don't know my channel, because I talk about it on my channel all the time, and I will forever, most probably. But I'm glad it made the list. I'm just really mad that it's not higher. But, you know, this is not a personal list. This is all came from you guys. I did not even vote in this. So yeah. On to 9th position. In 9th position, there are 4 perfumes that were a tiebreaker. The first one is Shalimar by Guerlain, and it's the Eau de Parfum version. Shalimar actually got a lot of votes, but because Shalimar has so many flankers, it has Eau de Toilette, and it has versions, and it has vanilla versions, and it has Shalimar Initial and all of that. That's why I was specific. I wanted to know the exact perfume that people loved, and Shalimar Eau de Parfum is in the 9th position, along with Baccarat Rouge by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is the extrait version. There is I don't know if it's a battle or if it's just people that are really divided about which one they like the most, the Eau de Parfum or the extrait. The extrait came in at 9th position. The next one was another shock to me at how low it was on the list. I thought this perfume would actually win, but it does not, obviously. It is Coco Mademoiselle, the Eau de Parfum version. For some reason, I thought it would be at least in the top 3 because of how hugely popular this perfume is. I mean, I smell it pretty much every day in London. It's everywhere, it's beautiful, it's undeniable, but here it is in position 9. Are you surprised? And the last one in the 9th position is Andy Tauer's Les du Désert Marocain. This is in my top 10 perfumes ever. So not surprised to see it so low, because it is a niche perfume and it's not something that everyone knows. I am glad that there is a niche perfume, or a couple of them, peppered around this list, or this ranking, shall we say, because, you know, I don't know, the big dogs always win in this life. So it's a beautiful perfume. I wear it all the time. It's a gorgeous labdanum, spicy, dry, kind of exotic thing, which gives me a lot of joy. Let's move on to position 8. In position 8, there are 5 perfumes that tied. So the first one is another surprising one for me. It is Angel by Terry Mugler. I thought it would be, again, in the top 3, but here we are. And it's the Eau de Parfum version, I guess the OG, the original. In terms of formula, I didn't go into that much detail, but that would have been way too convoluted, you know, like 1996 version. It's Angel EDP, that is in the 8th position. The next one is Pure Poison by Christian Dior, Eau de Parfum. I think it only ever came pure Eau de Parfum anyway. Such a beautiful perfume. I have owned it before as well. Absolutely lovely. Next one, another favorite of mine, Chanel Coromandel. I have it up here, you can't see it, it's out of shot. Just such a stunning perfume. It's fallen prey to so many different reformulations and stuff, but overall, Coromandel is absolutely beautiful, and I thought it would be higher on the list again. Sad for it, But still, other things beat it. It's competition, what can we do? The next one is Coco by Chanel, the Eau de Parfum version. Another fantastic, legendary perfume. Are you starting to see this list where you're thinking, okay, well, my favorite's gone, or oh, I thought that would be higher, but apparently it's not. Very surprising, and why I've been so excited to do this video for so long. So yeah, Coco by Chanel. The next one is another Chanel, and it's the final one in the 8th position, and it's Chanel number 19. And I can see why. It's one of the greatest chypres of all time, I think. I mean, it's not, well, it's considered one of the greatest chypres of all time, and a groundbreaking one, and a popular one. You know, I mean, Chanel perfumes are gonna be loved by lots of people. The brand is extremely famous, what can you say? Let's move on to the 7th position. In the 7th position, there are only 2 perfumes that had to battle it out, and both of them ended up winning. The first one is Christian Dior's Addict, the Eau de Parfum. I don't think there wasn't ever an Eau de Toilette, but there certainly were flankers of this perfume. I have owned this perfume. I think it's still legendary to this day, even though it's been reformulated. It still has that Addict magic. It's such a great fragrance. And they made that when I personally think Dior were making just exceptional, unique fragrances. So I'm glad Dior Addict made the list. I did think it would be higher as well, but it's not. And the other one I think is the biggest shocker of all time. So in 7th position, tie-breaking with Dior Addict, is Chanel number 5. Sorry, Marilyn, you lost out on this one. Among my community, that's fine, that's fine. And it's Chanel number 5 Eau de Parfum is the specific concentration that got the vote. I knew it was going to be in there somewhere. I did think it would be, again, in the top 3, top 5 at least, but apparently not. So let's move on to 6th position. In 6th position, we only have 2 perfumes again. My favorite perfume in the entire world is in 6th position. What were you thinking, guys? You should just unsubscribe right now. Go on, off you go. If you know me, you know what I'm gonna say. Samsara by Guerlain. It's the Eau de Parfum version, another perfume that has been fallen prey to so many different formulations and flankers and shine and this and that and bottle changes. Samsara Eau de Parfum is in 6th position, and I'm happy about that. Should have been number 1 though, in my opinion, but who am I to say? And the other one in 6th position, I can't speak, in tie-break position is Baccarat Rouge, the Eau de Parfum, the most popular one of all of the Baccarats, and I'm not surprised that it's in there. I didn't think it was going to be in the top. Again, it's still kind of in the niche world, but not too much. So Baccarat Rouge Eau de Parfum, I've smelled both of them actually, the Eau de Parfum and the Extrait. I can't really remember the differences because personally I don't really like that fragrance, but it's all personal, as we always say. And that's it, we're going into the top 5. Each of them is a singular individual perfume that had clear votes that made it get into those positions. Are you ready? Hedge your bets, we're gonna do it now. So, mini drum roll. No, we'll do a drum roll at the end. So in 5th position, it is Christian Dior's Poison. I am not surprised that this is the number 5 position. What a legendary perfume, one of the most iconic tuberose perfumes in the entire world. Again, yes, fallen prey to reformulations, but when it came out in the 80s, it was the most obnoxiously loud powerhouse perfume, I think, that probably ever existed. It's crazy, and you have to appreciate it for what it is, for its boldness, the name, the way the bottle looked, that little, it looked like this poisonous elixir, you know. Poison definitely deserves a place in the top 10, and I'm glad that now I asked this question in 2021 to 2024. It's still up there. People still have it as their favorite, so yay for you, Dior Poison. It's a bit of a Marmite fragrance. People either love it or they hate it. Clearly, they love it. What's number 4? Number 4 is a perfume that I love and loved from the day it came out, and I have owned it multiple times. I own it now still. it is... That's gonna get really annoying. I'm not gonna do that every time. It's Alien by Terry Mugler. So, or shall we just say Mugler now? I don't know. Again, reformulation, I'm gonna have to say it every time. When this fragrance came out, it was one of those things you could smell it in the shopping center, you could smell it in the mall, you could smell it everywhere because the people that were spraying it to promote it, it just permeated giant spaces, you know? Still a great fragrance. I still wear it from time to time when the mood fits. You cannot deny that, you know, after Angel, the success of Angel, Alien was such a good successor. It was such a different fragrance to Angel, and it's sexy as hell. Or you hate it again. It's kind of like what Terry Mugler was doing when it was him that was in control of the company, not nowadays. We won't speak on that right now, but if you don't know Alien and you've never tried it, you probably should. It's an amazing sandback jasmine fragrance with this white amber accord. It's kind of woody, it's a very sensual floral perfume, but it's a big statement. So let's do top 3. In third position, another fragrance that I've owned multiple times, and it is Christian Dior's, not gonna do the weird noise, Hypnotic Poison. I am not surprised it's in the top 3. Really, really deserved position. When this fragrance came out, there is nothing like it on the market. Since its release, I have smelled other things like this on the market, but this was the trailblazer for this type of smell. It's an almond, licorice, coconut, aniseed, root berry, vanilla type smell, which again has this kind of sexy, sensual quality. And the original formula, again, monstrous. I think as monstrous as the original Poison. Maybe not. Who am I kidding? No, nothing's as monstrous as that. But such an amazing fragrance. It catered to a different market, and I loved that the flankers of Poison were all so very different from each other. They were individual perfumes just under the same line. So Hypnotic Poison gets the number 3 spot. The second position goes to Black Orchid Eau de Parfum by Tom Ford. Another one. It's funny how some of these top level ones on this ranking are quite divisive, you know? It's like they're not easygoing ones, which I really like. It just shows that we are diverse people and we like different things. So Black Orchid Eau de Parfum by Tom Ford, loved. I still own it. I still wear it from time to time. Another, not groundbreaking perfume, but the uniqueness of it when it came out just really divided crowds, you know? It's a chocolatey, vetiver, floral. In my original review of it, which was how many years ago, I don't know, I said that it's like a wall of fragrance that just whacks you in the face, and it still is today. I still love it. Whether you love it or hate it, it's a statement, and it's fantastic. And the number 1 spot, we need to have a drum roll now. Whatever that is, that's not really a drum roll, but you know what I mean. Goes to, oh sorry, someone's calling me. I just need to go and take this call. I'll record that other bit like maybe next week or something. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. I'm kidding, as if I could do that to you. The number 1 spot goes to Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle, or shall I say my favorite perfumer in the world, Dominique Ropillon, who made quite a few on this list. Portrait of a Lady is the number 1 voted for perfume out of 1,000 people that I asked, that I collated, that I squeezed blood out of them for, and I'm happy about it because it is in my top 10 perfumes as well. Yeah, it might be becoming too popular now. Who cares? This is not what it's about. It's about what you guys liked, a mixture of people from all over the world, and I'm glad that it's something that I love too, because otherwise I'd have been a bit like, oh, I didn't want that one. But again, it's not about me, it's about you. Portrait of a Lady, one of the best rose, patchouli, incensey, dark, gothic perfumes on the market. And yeah, I'm very, very happy that it's the number 1 spot. But loads of my favorites and things that I have owned or own still now are on this list. That's the end of this list. This was a 3-year almost video in the making. I said that before. I just cannot believe that I actually got there. Took a long time. I was starting to lose hope a little bit. and it's inspiring. I feel really inspired by doing this video, so I hope you guys liked it. It took a lot of time. Didn't take much effort because the results came from you, but it took a lot of time and patience to wait to get to that 1,000. So I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope you like this video. I'm ALCHEMY, trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.